Hey everybody, welcome back to Building SouthLake, and today we're going to try to finish up the Rockefeller Building. So, last part of the Rockefeller Building, episode 16 I believe, I'm not sure if it was 16 or not, but we did start working on this one. Now off camera, I finished it, besides the interior and some of the windows, just to see a design I liked, and this is the design I came up with for the Rockefeller Building. Which, if you've not seen what it looks like, it's pretty accurate, in my personal opinion, to what this looks like. I added a couple new things for my personal effects and stuff, but for the most part, I think it looks pretty much the same. And I wanted to build a second one next to it, so that's kind of why I finished the one on the right, just so I could get the idea, show you guys what it looks like, and then we can start working on the new one, and you guys can kind of see like the progression of that. And what so how have you guys been? A lot of people have been asking for a tour of the city because it's been a while since I've actually done like a full tour. So a lot of people are like asking like, hey, can you do a tour of the city so I can see like how it looks so far? And I actually plan on doing that because that is a good idea, and I want to do that in episode 20. So we still have a couple more parts to do, but then after that I'm going to do a tour. And I can kind of give you like a quick tour now. It's not even going to take that long. Basically, like, you can see how many buildings I have so far. It's come pretty far. I mean, you can't see like the subway and everything underneath, obviously. But I think we've come pretty far. I'm pretty happy with how the city's looking so far. But we still have a lot of work to get done, especially with some of the things I want to do. And now that I actually can expand the map, I actually can start expanding it. And one thing I'm gonna have to figure out though is, give me 1 second. Let me finish this. One thing I need to figure out is, since this was a lot of people like, they have a hard time I made this on the wrong plane. Grasping this, but this map, besides any of the buildings, just the actual world itself, was made on the PC. And you might be asking yourself like, how did I do that? And do you ever just like go back and like cheat, kind of like with World Edit? And no, I have never used World Edit on this map. As far as I know, I might have used it on the roads a long time ago, but ever since I moved it over to the Xbox One, you can't really do any of those mods yet because there aren't the programs for it. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. And so a lot of people like ask like, how did you get the flat map to be like 20 blocks higher? Well, on PC, I know I've talked about this so many times in previous parts or episodes. Yeah, but people always ask like, so how'd you do it? And the question is, or the answer I should say, is basically the PC has a lot more features that console and Pocket Edition we don't have. For example, on the PC, you can fully customize a world about how you want it. So if I want it to be just 20 blocks tall of dirt, I can make the entire world like that. There's so much more endless possibilities with the PC. And so I figured, instead of using all my time in the world to do it, why not just go to the PC, make the map using that, export it, and then I finally came up with how this is a like 20-25 block tall flat map. And that kind of confuses a lot of people, and some people don't like grasp it, and it is kind of hard to like to describe it. I know where you guys are coming from. It is kind of hard to like fully describe it, so I'm trying to figure out like the best way to say that. But how far do we have left to go? Not too bad. Yeah, but that's how I got the 20 block map. And a lot of you guys might be asking like, well, why do a flat map? Why not just do a regular map then? And the answer to that is, I like the ability to build without having to clear out any space. And that's kind of the whole point of making the flat map. Was with Newfield City, my old city, that I'm still working on. Some people have been asking about that. But only problem was, it's a great city, I love it, and it was actually featured on Rooster Teeth's main channel, and people always ask like, well, what's wrong with it? Well, to me, what's wrong with it is that I can't add any like subway stations or anything like that are kind of crucial to a city, if you ask me, especially like a major city. So I'm trying to kind of like resolve that problem with this city. I want the city to be a little bit more realistic, which as of now it is. I'm going to have more curved roads. You're going to see a lot more detail put into this map. mainly just because I've gone through so many cities that I kind of know what works and what doesn't. And nighttime. So basically just experimenting, and that's something I think people like about this series is that I've done so many buildings on Newfield. There's over 100 buildings on Newfield City alone, and that kind of gives me like ideas and new ideas for buildings, because cities really come with time, and people, I hate to turn people down, but a lot of people ask me for like, hey, can you help me out on my city? I want to build a city, can you help me? And I always say no to those people, not because I'm trying to be mean, but mainly just because, you know, cities take a very long time to make, especially if you want them to look correct. If you want them to look as detailed as possible, and you want to put your like all your time into it, that takes a lot of time. So you can kind of see like why I don't want to go on other people's maps and work on a city when I could be working on mine. And it's not that I'm trying to be selfish or I don't want to help you guys, but cities and like cruise ships, stuff like that, they just take such a long time, and it's something I don't really want to build with people. I mean, I like building my cities by myself. Again, not because I don't like people, but I'm also very picky. I like building by myself, even though I know there's some amazing builders out there that are so much better than me that I could be working with, because I have had some people ask me. But at the same time, it's like I just want to build peacefully without like worrying exactly like, oh, I wonder if this person, and just like describing to somebody exactly what I want to do, which might sound like a little weird coming from me since I do tutorials. But at the same time, I like building for fun. Just for example, cities. I build cities for fun, and I do that because cities are something that it takes a long time to build, and that's something I like because it gives you something to come back to. Let's see, block 96. Whoop. And okay, sweet. But yeah, so you have a city that takes a long time. There's always endless possibilities, and cities really take, like, usually no city is ever done, usually, because now we have the expanded maps that we've been wanting for so long. We have all this stuff, and there's so much more that people want to add. People have gotten so good at Minecraft that it's honestly mind-boggling, just because it's like, how can they do that? And it's really amazing to see like how far the game has come from the beginning to what it is now. It's basically just an icon of a game, which when people ask me like, what do I do for my job? Because basically YouTube is my job at the moment until I get my career. But people always ask me like, wait, so how does that work? And a lot of people know what Minecraft is, but some people, they know what it is, but they don't understand the concept and like what's so appealing about it. I know to me, it's like just building with blocks is just really something that it takes more, I wouldn't say more talent, but it takes more patience, I think, because with like, for example, The Sims, how you can build a house, you can add angles and stuff like that, to where in Minecraft, you kind of have to find unique ways to work around those problems that you can't just add a curved wall without it looking pretty good. And there's a lot more thought process, I feel like, that goes into it. Not saying that people that play games and like house building games, stuff like that, don't take any talent, because they definitely do. Like some of those houses people build are just ridiculous. And it's like, man, it's ridiculous. It's like how good some people are. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. I'm trying to think if I want to make this exactly the same way as the other one. I mean, I want it to be basically like 99% the same, but when I was on Google Maps, I did see a couple of different things from, what am I thinking of? Like, one of the buildings had like a entrance to where like, over here, it just comes out through a door. But like, imagine like a big tent, kind of. I'm not sure if that'd be the best way to call it. Like a tent that covered the window, so if you did walk out here on a rainy day, you could still be outside and not get wet. So I'm not sure if I want to add that, but again, that would be pretty hard to make look correct on Minecraft, just because of the blocks. I thought of something that'd be really cool to add to like a new update. And man, I'm like really jumping around from like subject to subject today. But yeah, I thought of this really cool idea for slabs. So slabs, as you guys know, they're half blocks, and you place them on a flat surface and they're face up. But what if you made slabs that go up against a wall? And now this, if they did this, house builders, anybody in general would love these, because that's something that Minecraft you have to struggle with when you're building straight up and down. Like, just for example, this building, if I wanted to make it look like the pillars came back, but I didn't want to have a full block, the slab would have been perfect for this, because it's just a half a block that's coming out from, like, extruding from the windows, but it makes such a big difference. You can make so many, like, better walls and stuff. I just think that, like, that'd be the coolest idea that they could really do with slabs, and I really hope they do. Because I don't think it'd be really that hard. I mean, it's basically the same as just a regular slab, just with different attributes. It's gonna face up and down and not flat on the surface. Like, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I've had that idea for a long time, but I know the possibilities of that getting into the game, pretty slim, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure 4J or Mojang, they're gonna listen to me, and it's not gonna happen. They already have plans for what they want to do, so I'm not gonna interfere with those. And so let's see, what else could we talk about? We talked about a lot of other things, really. I'm kind of like rambling on about different subjects today, but that's what I do when I just have fun talking. I just talk about random things that pop into my head. It's like, oh my goodness, speaking of this, and I just keep going on and on and on. Boom. So yesterday, well, it depends on when this comes out, because this might be a day late, but I uploaded vlog number 3, which a lot of you guys, if you don't know what my face looks like, the vlog will be a good way for you guys to see that. Talk about a couple of new interesting things. For example, a build-off competition that I am hosting thanks to Vulcan MC. They're a PC creative server, and they have other servers as well, like Prison, stuff like that. Yeah, but they're actually really cool that they let me do a competition on their server. And it's basically just a build-off, and you might be asking yourself, like, well, how do I enter into this build-off? Well, it's actually really easy, really. All you do is you go into their server, you get 1 free plot. If you want more than 1 plot, you might have to pay for it. But if you win the entire competition, you get a lifetime, I think it's premium membership. I would have to double look on that one. Yeah, but you get like a lifetime VIP membership or something like that. And it's basically lifetime for free. That's like $90 for lifetime that you don't have to pay anything. And it's just something that's really cool that they're really helping me do, just to get more people to build, because people want a reason to build. Let's see, block 105 is what we need to go up to. So let's stack this one up. Does that look good? That looks too tall. Let's see. Nope, still going down lower. Okay, let's see if this is right. Looks correct. Hey, perfect. I have a pretty good eye for judging how far away that is for some reason from this far. Yeah, so the build competition, it's really just something small. Ooh, I'm messing that up. What am I doing? Something small that kind of just like gets people a reason to build, and it's just, competitions are fun. Competitions are good for people, I think. Especially coming from me, I'm very competitive, so competitions, I feel like, give people motivation to build, and there's an incentive to where sometimes it's like, I just want to build this house today for some reason. I want to build a house. I want to build a police station, stuff like that. So I kind of hope this like gives people incentives to build, and if you guys want to go look at that, it's probably one of the last videos I've uploaded, so just go to my channel, go to recent uploads, or just videos in general. It'd be like number 2 on your search for most recent videos, because I uploaded it like 2 days ago, I think. Not even 2 days ago. Oh my, do you guys ever have like your eye just like really itches and you can't really get it to stop? That's exactly what's going on right now, and my eye's like really burning. Ow, this sucks. Okay, we're looking pretty good so far. How much time are we at? We're at 15 minutes. Let's add, we're gonna add our balcony area now. So I need to go make sure I get these correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 blocks total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my eye just really burns and it sucks. Wow. Oh man. Sorry guys. I have no idea what's going on. I'm building with like one eye open right now because it hurts so bad. Oh. I just have this happen every now and then. It's not my contacts because I don't have any of those in right now. But every now and then my eye will just like start burning for no reason. There's actually one time, this might be a little bit cringeworthy for some of you, but I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever scratched your eye because of contacts. I have probably 3 or 4 times, but there's one time I couldn't sleep, and I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but this was even really bad for me. And what happened was I had 2 scratches in like I think my right eye at the same time. And just imagine how bad that really hurts. And to make it worse, one went straight across the pupil. And oh man, that was like one of the worst nights of my life. Just because none of the doctors, like the urgent cares, were open at the time. So I had to wait until morning. Oh, my eye just really bothered me. Yeah, so I had to wait until morning and I couldn't close my eye without it hurting. And it was just really bad. And it was one of the worst pains I've ever felt. And like I said, I have a pretty high pain tolerance. I've gone through a lot while playing sports for probably 18 years, 19 years. So I've had my fair share of pain and I'm pretty good at handling it. But even for me, this was just like, alright, this is the worst pain in the world. But the cool side to the story is whenever you do go to the doctor to see if you have a scratch in your eye, they pour like this really cool liquid into your eye, and it kind of like highlights the scratch for you. It's like, wow, that's really cool. And your eye turns like purple. It's kind of like a black light to an extent. Where am I? Oh, here they are, glass panes. Boop, boop, boop. This should be right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. This is probably one of my favorite buildings I've ever made. Just the design of it and how practical they look, and they look realistic. And I don't know, it's just there's something about it that I feel more proud of this building than any other building I've ever made. Alright, so just need to and you figure out where the grass stops so we're even on both sides. Here, okay. And there we go. Yeah, but I think I told the story in the first part of Rockefeller. I learned of this building because I don't live anywhere near New York. Never been there. I want to go there eventually. But I heard about this and saw this building when I was watching a show called White Collar, which I've applied to a couple people who have like put comments saying like, what an awesome show. And it's if you haven't seen it, I suggest going to watch it. It's just a really cool show. The actor, I forgot his name. I know he's gay, but like not saying that's a bad thing. It actually was kind of stunning though, because he's a good-looking dude. I'm not like that, but even I have to admit, like this guy, he is perfect for the role, not just because of everything like that, but just like he plays the role so perfect that it really like makes you think that he could be a real con man, which is what the show's about. The show's all about being a con man. So let's see. Yeah, so I found out about the building there because they've had a couple parties out there. They have meetings there and stuff and whatnot. So I was like, okay, I want to know what this building looks like so I can build it, because I like getting ideas from real cities, especially New York. New York, they have so many buildings, it's honestly ridiculous. And it's like they have 2 major cities, because like if you go in Google Maps, you see like kind of like a downtown, but then you go just a little bit farther to your right, and then there's a completely other new downtown. And it's like, oh my god. And boop, boop, boop. Yeah, like I know I talked about I want to go to New York at some point, and me and my dad always talk about this. It'd be really cool to, because I don't live anywhere near like a major city. I don't live like near California. I live in Missouri, so right in the middle of the entire United States, basically. Nothing around, no major cities. So me and my dad always talk about it'd be a cool experience to go and live in like a city for maybe a week or two, maybe a month. But I feel like at some point it will get very annoying. But the experience you would get would be priceless. in my opinion. Let's see. I need to make sure I get these right. 2-2. Okay. Actually, is that? Oh yeah, I remember how I did this now. Let's sleep real quick so we can get rid of this horrible nighttime-ness. Sleep time, come on. There we go. Okay. And perfect. So, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, last night was just... Again, I'm jumping around just like to every conversation I could probably jump around to. Yeah, but last night was a very long night. Stayed up until, I think, 5 a.m. Because I don't want to, like, make anybody feel bad, but I helped one of my best friends who's going through a tough relationship, basically, that just ended. So she came over, and I just kind of, like, helped her a little bit, mainly just because she's a good friend. She's basically like a sister to me. But yeah, I invited her over to my apartment just because I could tell she wasn't feeling good. And basically, she spent the night here. She slept on the couch, just in case my girlfriend's watching this. She already knows anyways, so she was okay with it. But I felt bad for her, you know, just because, I don't know, she's, like I said, she's like a sister to me. And seeing somebody do that to somebody you really care about is just really like, it's like, oh my god. Did I get that perfectly right? It looks about the same, just a couple miscues. Do we need quartz, or we're just using the white stained clay? Yep, white stained clay. Okay. Really simple, though, to do this. Boop. Then goes to the inside. And I think you just do the exact same thing. Yep. And boom. I'm actually almost finished with white collar. I'm on, because I haven't watched it in a long time, and I was trying to catch up. Because it used to be one of my favorite shows, still is. And I didn't watch it for like maybe a year or two. So I have a lot of catching up to do. And I've been like binge watching this show on Netflix because they have 5 seasons. Which they just added the 5th season. So I'm pretty happy because I just finished the 4th. And then the 5th season came out. I was like, yes, thank you. But one thing I'm really upset about is they're ending the show. Which it's going to be kind of disappointing just because I like the show so much. And I don't want to see it end. But I guess it's better than like carrying on like a crappy show, you know? Like, I don't like when shows, they try so hard to keep them alive, and then it's like they just don't really matter anymore. So on the second ones, so it'd be right here. Yeah, here we go. I think I got that right. Yeah, looking good. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Then after we get this done, we might call it quits for this part, and this building will definitely be done by next part, guys. And some of you guys might be wondering, like, well, why not just finish it because you're so close? Well, even just finishing this will take like 30 more minutes because there's actually still a lot more work to be done that you guys don't realize. Like the entire back, you have everything over here, and a lot of that takes like 30 more minutes. So we're gonna cut it quits here. You guys have seen 90% of like how I built this. It's really simple. So I do need red flowers though. Ooh, actually we might use yellow because we used red over there. So we're gonna use yellow for this one. Here we go. This will kind of change the color scheme to things. Boop, boop, boop. And I was debating about like using different colors, like alternating between like red and yellow. But I figured just keeping the color scheme a little bit the same looked a little bit better than having this like these different colors, you know. So this was my solution for that, and I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. Again, small touch that really adds a lot. Ooh, forgot this. Okay. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching. It is greatly appreciated, as always. Go follow me on Twitter, guys, to keep up with when videos are uploaded, new news on, basically new stuff I'm doing, well, I wouldn't say surveys, but, like, I like to ask you guys questions on Twitter, so reply back to you guys on Twitter a lot. But yeah, hopefully you guys are liking the series so far. Again, on episode 20, we will go over, like, a full tour of the city, just so you guys can see how far it's come from the beginning. So, bye-bye, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.